Hello and welcome to Level Up Your Security with Hillstone's AI-driven NDR Solution. My name is Tracy Ding, Product Marketing Manager from Hillstone Networks. Also joining with me is Junyi Duanmu, our Technical Marketing Engineer. Before we begin, take a moment to familiarize yourself with the controls and especially the Q&A button. If you have any questions as we go along, put them in the Q&A and we will do our best to answer them at the end of today's session. During this webinar, we're going to talk about the challenges enterprises are facing today, what we see are coming for our customers. We will move on to Hillstone's AI-driven NDR solution, how it addresses the challenges, and why our customers choose us. We will talk about a few case studies, and we will have a live demo showcasing our NDR solution's threat detection and response capabilities. Let's go ahead and dive right in. Advanced Persistent Threats, APTs, are causing significant internal breaches within organizations. APTs often operate stealthily within an organization's network for extended periods, sometimes months or even years, without being detected. During this time, they can quietly exfiltrate sensitive data, gather intelligence, or establish backdoors for future access. APT actors tailor their attacks to specific organizations, often conducting extensive reconnaissance to understand the target's infrastructure, employees, and security posture. This targeted approach increases the likelihood of success and enables attackers to exploit vulnerabilities that may be unique to the organization. With APTs evolving, traditional signature-based protection will only suffice as a first line of defense of sorts, and a relatively weak one at that. Fortunately, there is a solution, and it is called Network Detection and Response, or NDR. So what is Network Detection and Response? What is NDR? NDR is an essential component of a comprehensive cybersecurity strategy that combines machine learning technology, advanced analytics, and rule-based matching to continuously detect and respond to anonymous and suspicious activities within an organization's network infrastructure. In fact, Gartner states that organizations rely on NDR to detect and contain malicious post-breach activities, such as ransomware, insider threats, or lateral movements. NDR complements other technologies, which trigger alerts primarily based on rules and signatures by building heuristic models of normal network behavior and spotting anomalies. Now let's take a look at Hillstone's approach. Hillstone NDR Solution BDS is an AI-driven network detection and response platform. It can continuously detect and respond to those advanced network threats. It excels due to its comprehensive approach. There are 4 major components to the Hillstone solution, including advanced threat detection, deep visibility, forensics, and effective mitigation. And let's look at threat detection first. Using machine learning algorithms to analyze network traffic and detect abnormal behaviors allows us to uncover patterns and anomalies that may indicate potential threats within our network. To effectively identify abnormal behaviors, we first need to establish a baseline of normal traffic patterns. Machine learning algorithms analyze historical data to learn these patterns and set thresholds for what is considered typical network behavior. Once the baseline is established, our algorithms will continually monitor network traffic in real time. By detecting deviations from the established trends, we can identify abnormal traffic behaviors that may indicate potential security threats. It is essential to monitor both normal and abnormal traffic on a granular level, examine traffic patterns for each individual server or host within our network. This level of detail allows us to quickly pinpoint any anomalies and take proactive measures to mitigate potential risks. In addition to monitoring network traffic, machine learning enables us to analyze various aspects of user behavior, such as URL access patterns and user entity behavior analytics. By correlating these insights with known threat indicators, we can enhance our threat detection capabilities and strengthen our overall security posture. For advanced threat detection, Hillstone NDR BDS leverages machine learning algorithms to analyze vast amounts of data to identify patterns and anomalies that may indicate potential threat. By continuously learning from historical data and adapting to new information, these algorithms enhance our ability to detect and respond to cyber threats with greater speed and accuracy. Clustering models plays an important role in threat detection by grouping similar data points together based on their characteristics. This enables us to identify clusters of potentially malicious activities within our network, allowing for targeted investigation and response. And let's take a look at the workflow involved in advanced threat detection. It begins with the collection and pre-processing of data from various sources, including network logs, endpoint telemetry, and security events. And next, machine learning algorithms are applied to this data to identify suspicious patterns and behaviors. Clustering models then group these patterns into distinct clusters, helping security analysts to prioritize and investigate potential threats more effectively. In today's digital world, encrypted traffic is everywhere, creating both security and privacy concerns. And one of the key challenges in detecting abnormal encrypted traffic is the inability to inspect the contents of encrypted packets without decryption. Our AI-powered detection engine solves this by analyzing encrypted traffic streams, extracting signatures, and spotting patterns that signal malicious activities without decryption. This lets us identify and address threats in real time, keeping your network and data safe. And in addition to detecting abnormal encrypted traffic, it's crucial to log malicious verdicts for further analysis and investigation. These logs provide valuable forensic data that can be used to understand attack vectors, identify compromised endpoints, and fine-tune our detection algorithms for greater accuracy and efficacy. Indicator of compromises, or IOCs, are typically seen as threat activities with higher risk and with a high confidence level that a server or host is being compromised and that poses a potentially bigger threat to the critical assets within the corporate network. To effectively detect IOCs and perform deep threat detection on these IOCs is critical in throttling the goal of stealing important data from critical assets and preventing a threat attack from further spreading within the network. Hillstone VDS NDR Solution drills down and surfaces more threat analysis and intelligence on these IOC events, reconstructing the attack chain based on these IOCs and correlating other threat events associated with these IOCs within time and space spectrums. And now let's take a look at the visibility. In order for a security team to better understand the security posture and to be able to react quickly and efficiently, deep visibility is always needed. Hillstone NDR provides a full-screen monitoring dashboard showing information such as the trends of risk servers, risk endpoints, IOC events and threat geographical distribution and real-time threats, etc. All of this real-time and comprehensive monitoring information can give the security team a better overall security posture of the enterprise network, helping them determine what actions to take next. The granular visibility is also helpful for security experts or security operators to discover threats. Hillstone NDR offers detailed monitoring dashboards of server threats, server traffic, hot threat intelligence, and vulnerabilities, and also the detailed analysis of threats and internet apps. These dashboards views from different perspectives are also important because they can deliver to security operators and security professionals more detailed information about what is going on in the network. Now let's take a look at the forensics. Hillstone NDR provides rich forensics for threat hunting and risk assessment. It provides detailed information of the threats, such as source and destination address, ports, applications, protocols, etc. The PCAP forensics, or packet capturing for short, records the flow of data packets, allowing the system to produce a representation of network traffic and patterns for a given segment of time. The knowledge base provides specific description and solution for various threats detected. And by utilizing all the forensics, it helps security professionals to identify the source of the attacks and current progress, predict their next move, and disrupt the attack chain or take appropriate mitigation actions. And it is also critical to give security professionals rich context and visibility into the attack chain to take appropriate mitigation actions. So Hillstone NDR also supports mapping to the MITRE ATT&CK framework, which is a standard reference for understanding and characterizing potential threat behaviors. By mapping threats, events and logs to the MITRE ATT&CK framework, security analysts can better understand the techniques and tactics employed by threat actors and identify patterns and anomalies that may be indicative of a malicious activity. And this also enable security teams to more quickly detect and respond to potential threats. Threat mitigation and auto-response can be achieved while integration with Hillstone NG firewalls and NDR Solution. Hillstone BDS detects and identifies threats, and BDS forms the block list that can be synchronized over to the NG firewalls, allow block policy lists so that attacks can be blocked. And alternatively, Hillstone can also integrate with Hillstone iSource, which is our XDR platform. Um, in this mode, Hillstone BDS provides rich information about the network, such as threat log, evidential packets, metadata, net flow data to iSource for further analysis, and there will be more full visibility and automated responses to the integrated security products like NG firewalls. Our network detection and response platform operates on a closed-loop system with key capabilities designed to safeguard your enterprise network. We utilize machine learning models and rules to enable the detection and discovery of potential threats and anomalies. Once identified, we gather comprehensive forensic data on these threats, facilitating thorough risk assessment. In response to the detected threats, our platform executes a series of actions including threat assertion, visibility enhancement, and mitigation measures. Moreover, our platform continuously optimizes its detection capabilities by leveraging detailed information gathered during threat responses. This iterative process enhances our models, resulting in improved detection performance over time. This is exactly how our BDS NDR solution works and protects your enterprise network from potential threats. With all that said, let's take a look at the benefits that Hillstone provides. The Hillstone Network Detection and Response (NDR) adopts multiple threat detection technologies that include traditional signature-based or rule-based technology and large-scale threat intelligence data modeling, as well as machine learning-based user behavior analysis. The system provides an ideal solution for detecting advanced threats, including ransomware and crypto-mining malware, and protecting high-value critical servers and sensitive data from being leaked or stolen. And together with threat hunting analytical capabilities and deep visibility, Hillstone BDS NDR solution provides security professionals the effective means to detect IOC's events, to locate risky hosts and risky servers, and to restore attack chain. Moreover, it conducts threat mitigation with the conjunction of Hillstone NG firewalls, as well as the integration of Hillstone XDR solution iSource. The Hillstone NDR brings an effective and comprehensive solution to detect and respond to different network attacks and threats in an enterprise. When choosing an NDR solution, it is important to evaluate the ease of operation, your deployment scenario, and form factor. Hillstone NDR solution is very easy to operate with high availability, and it provides continuously monitoring and protection. And we also offer some of the most flexible deployment with parameters, cloud-based, intranet, and gate-based. And we have some of the most extensive form factor in the industry. And we have like 6 hardware platforms and 4 virtual platforms as well. Hillstone continues to get recognized as a representative vendor in the Gartner Market Guide for NDR, Hillstone except from 2024. Furthermore, our NDR solution has received some of the highest ratings on Gartner Peer Insights. And here's a few quotes you can read, and please feel free to check out the Peer Insights review page as well. Now let's take a look at the case studies. Founded in 1916 as a daily newspaper, news and information are the central business of AO Universal. It's therefore critical to secure and protect the main data center, which is the repository for key information used in developing news and articles. And with the license for the main parameter firewall soon to expire, the customer's IT team began evaluating options to modernize their edge protections and up-level security for the main data center. The team conducted a head-to-head proof of concept between the existing firewall and Hillstone's next-gen firewall, coupled with its breach detection system, EDS, NDR Solution, as well as its network intrusion prevention system, NIPS. The proof of concept testing highlighted the advanced functionalities and capabilities of Hillstone NG Firewall, as well as how the Hillstone NDR, BDS, and Hillstone NIPS augment and interact with the firewall. And it became clear to the customer that the combined 3-in-1 Hillstone solution would not only replace the existing parameter level protections, but also complement and strengthen their architecture. And Hillstone's BDS NDR solution intelligently detects and mitigates advanced multi-layer, multi-stage network threats through machine learning, advanced analytics, and rule-based threat matching. This combination allows the system to continuously detect and counteract suspicious and anomalous activities within the customer's infrastructure, providing comprehensive breach prevention. The VDS integrates with other solutions to provide complementary security measures. For example, we can enable Hillstone NG firewall configurations to block future attacks. And seamless integration between the Hillstone NG firewall, Hillstone VDS, and Hillstone NIPS allow near-instant adaptation to further strengthen their protections, all while reducing management and maintenance overhead. The IT team found that a combined Hillstone solution resulted in an 80% reduction in management time and administrative services as opposed to the previous solution. Another case study is about a healthcare facility in Poland. They faced challenges to ensure the privacy and security of patient data and meeting regulatory standards like GDPR. They need a robust, scalable, resilient, fault-tolerant, and secure networks to manage the growing volume of data shared by physicians and patients. The Hillstone solution involves deploying a BDS in tap mode to ensure that it does not affect normal services or the network. And it continuously monitors intrusion behavior and internal network anomalies through the BDS NDR solution to prevent data leakage. And its comprehensive asset management ensures the thorough and robust protection for all of the devices in the hospital. Now let's check out a demo of our NDR solution. I'll hand it over to our technical marketing engineer, Junyi, for a live demonstration.
Okay, thanks. Hello everyone. Let me share my screen first. This is Junyi, technical marketing engineer from Hillstone Networks. So coming up, I'm going to show you a live lab on NDR to see its detection and response capabilities. Here's the topology of the lab. We've got an endpoint from which come the attacks. Its address is 10.185.214.6. We will use the application ColorSoft on the endpoint to imitate various types of threats. There are also BDS using mirroring traffic and all the features it has to detect all the threats. It understands the threats and explains them in an easy way. The BDS will respond to block the attacks using the next generation firewall, whose IP is 10.185.214.9. Okay, now let's get started and check out on the web UI. First, we're going to check the threat logs on BDS, where the logs of the threats will be displayed once they are detected. And at this moment, we do not have any logs within the last 5 minutes. So later on, we will replace our threats within the intranet, and the threat logs will be available here. In incident response, we have a linkage device, which is a NG firewall, and look at its address. It is exactly the same one as the topology shows. Next, we will configure what to do after detection. Create a new threat alarm rule, and I will give it a name as block all, because I want to block all asset types and all threat types. So enable the device linkage and choose the NG firewall we just configured. Check the source IP block so that we can block the source IP of the threat events. Also, you can enable the threat sound alarm to get informed promptly and clearly. And the mail alarm, let me fill in my email address here. Okay, we will set the duration, block duration as 1 hour. Next, we're going to replay the threads. On the Windows host, we use a ColorSoft packet player to replay these threads. Now it's done. So, and we go back to the threat logs on BDS. After a few seconds, we can see there are some threat logs. And we just heard the sound of the alarm. It informs us the threat events. That's from the BDS side. And we can also go to the web UI of the NG firewall. Go to its logs, threat log, and you will discover that there are no new threat logs here. Why? Because those are the intranet threats. BDS can detect intranet threats that cannot be detected by the NG firewall, in that the NG firewall is deployed on the perimeter, and it is aimed to defend the perimeter. The malicious traffic like those will not even pass the firewall, but as a enforcement point, we can see the IP blacklist. It's timed out. We just to relog in and go to policy, parameter traffic filtering, IP blacklist, and we can see there are the IP blacklist here. Also, we can check the IP blacklist from the BDS side in the incident response mitigation. And you will see the status of the policies are running. Next, we can also see the security analysis. The threat events are organized as from the server perspective, endpoint perspective, and event list. From the server perspective, they are characterized as external and internal threats, and 6 different threat types. We can choose one type of attacks, and there are the detailed list of the threats. Also, the traffic is monitored and recorded. We can check the traffic status of the server between other servers and endpoints. See, here are some charts to see the situation of the traffic. Also, we can drill down to the specific threat event by clicking it. Here are some basic information of the threats, like the source and the destination, IP port, interface, MAC addresses, etc. And here's a CNC server of this attack. You can see the name of it here, and we can directly add this server to the whitelist by clicking the button Add to Exclude List here. Okay, so it is added successfully. And it also gives you informative information like the malware and the tactic and the technique of the attack. We can click the malware family ID to see the family information, like the name of it, the platforms, and the removal guide, like step 1, 2, 3 until step 6 here. So that even if the administrator is not very experienced, they can also know how to get rid of this attack. Following the malware family ID is the ATT and CK tactic ID. So we can map the threats, the attacks to the MITRE ATT and the CK tactic and technique. You can see the description of this tactic so that it can help you know how to respond to it. And here we attach the official link to give you more information on that. Also, the technique is shown here. The data source, the platforms, also the official link, and how to mitigate. From the endpoint perspective, it is kind of similar to the server perspective, and then the threats are organized from the different endpoint perspective. We can also drill down to the threat details, the signature ID, if there are the threat data of the packet, you can also see threat data in the format of S2 and hex. Then the threat event, we can choose the detection period to see the threats within a specific time range, and as you can see, it is aggregated by default, and you can click the hyperlink to check the of this thread. And also we provide filter to help you filter the threads you want to check, like the behavior category, the name, threads, tag, and the IP port, etc. So much for the live lab on NDR. Next, I will pass the ball back to Tracy.
Thank you, Jun, for the live demo. For more information, please use the above link to download a case study and collateral that goes deeper into how Hillstone NDR solution can help. Okay, let's check the Q&A. Looks we have a few questions coming in. Okay, let me check the first. Do I need an NDR solution if I already have a SIM solution? Yeah, NDR can help any organization. If your organization already have tools like SIM, NDR will enhance your security by giving you a comprehensive view of suspicious and malicious network activities, and it can give you more context and evidence for security analysts to take confident action. And if your organization is at an earlier stage of its cybersecurity implementation, NDR is also great for you because it can help you identify your most significant risk areas. And this way, even with very limited staff and very limited resources, you can focus on the most critical security issues. Okay, I see there's another question about are agents required? No, Hillstone NDR does not require any installation of any agents on the network. It passively connects by mirroring the network traffic to detect threats. And this also helps make the solution invisible on the network, preventing this bad access from knowing that you are using an NDR so that they cannot evade or disable it. And I see somebody else also asking about, will deploying Hillstone NDR impact my network? Yeah, it's the same with the previous, but the second question, that NDR, Hillstone NDR will not have any impact to your network because it passively connects by mirroring the network traffic. And this approach ensures the solution remains invisible on the network. It would not have any influence on your network infrastructure. And one last question. What is the maximum number of servers and endpoints and Hillstone NDR on-prem device can handle? Our high-end model offers a breach detection throughput of 10 gigabits per second, and it can support approximately 1,000 servers and 40,000 endpoints. Okay, thank you for attending today's webinar. If you have any questions, feel free to contact Hillstone Networks by phone or by email. And remember to follow Hillstone on LinkedIn. Just grab your phone and scan this code quickly. Thanks again, and we will see you next time.